So at number 10, I put Pokemon. Now I chose Pokemon because Pokemon is one of the first animes that I have started out with. It holds a special place in my heart because it is a world that I wish was real. I wish they were actually Pokemon. I wish I could become a trainer. I wish I could meet Ash, be his friend, because the things they do together, the adventures they go on, would be so incredible to actually experience. And at number 9, I have Sailor Moon. Now, Sailor Moon is another one that's near and dear to my heart that I started out with when I was just young. I'm sure some of you can agree. Now, I love Sailor Moon because it's all about female and how powerful they can be. And I love the whole aspect that it's female superheroes. And at number 8, I have Inuyasha. Now, Inuyasha is also another one that I started out with when I was young. And I just love the whole aspect of, Kagome being the one that's transferred back into time, kind of into another world. And I love shows that are about being transferred into other worlds. So it really speaks to me, and I love the relationship between Kagome and Inuyasha. It's really sweet. And at number 7, I chose Naruto. Now, Naruto really speaks to me because Naruto is a young boy. He has no friends, nobody to look after him or anything because his parents died when he's young. You find out that he is what's called a Jinchuriki, so he's got a monster inside of him. That's why people are scared of him. You see him go from that little boy to becoming a super powerful teenager that has gained the respect of everyone around him. I chose Yu-Gi-Oh! For number 6 because Yu-Gi-Oh! Got me into wanting to play card games, of course. I remember me and my younger brother, we always played. He always won. Go figure. And I was recently watching a video about, dark anime, like horror anime, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was on there, so it kind of opened up my eyes to how crazy Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually is and how dark it is, so it's pretty cool. And at number 5, I have Digimon. Now, I love Digimon because it also is the one where they get transferred into another world. Literally, a digital world. And I love it because they're just little kids trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And they find out that they are these chosen Digidestined champions that are destined to save the digital world. Go figure. I find that pretty insane. And at number 4, I have Detective Conan, or some would call it Case Closed. Now, I love this one because it starts out with Jimmy Kudo, this incredible detective. He gets given a drug that was supposed to kill him, but he actually just got shrunken down into a little kid. So now he's trying to figure out how he became a little kid, and you see him solving crimes and stuff kind of as a little kid, but he can't because he's just little, so people won't understand. So he uses devices that this doctor that he's friends with comes up with, like this device that puts people to sleep, this other one that is a bow tie that he wears, that is a voice device, so he can change his voice, and he's friends with the daughter of a detective. So what he does is he puts that detective to sleep, and he ends up solving all these cases, trying to figure out how to get closer to the people that gave him this drug, all while trying to keep his identity a secret. It's pretty insane. And at number 3, I have Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, Yu Yu Hakusho is incredible because it starts off with Yusuke Urameshi. He actually ends up dying, but he ends up being brought back to life and becoming what's called a spirit detective. Now, what he can do is he uses his spiritual power, and he can go and, be a detective. It's really cool because he meets up with demons and stuff, and he fights them. He fights in tournaments. He's got a friend who also has some spiritual powers, but he's not as spiritual as Yusuke because he hasn't died. So it's pretty cool, the shenanigans and stuff that they get into. I love how insane that it does get, because Yusuke himself actually ends up being a demon, so it's pretty cool. At number 2, I have One Piece. Now, I love One Piece because it's about Monkey D. Luffy and how he comes into getting his pirate crew. You learn about their backstories, their powers, how they joined his crew and everything. And then once they're together, the shenanigans they get into, everything that they get into to try to get to the Grand Line and past it, like to the end of it, because at the end of it is what's called the One Piece, which is the greatest treasure that a pirate could strive to get. So there is a ton of pirates that he has to fight to get to the One Piece. There's a ton of obstacles and everything in his way to get to One Piece. And you find out in the show that there's actually these powers that people have from these devil fruits, and he has the rubber devil fruit. And that means that he is a rubber boy, so he can stretch his body as long, as big, as strong as he wants. It's pretty intense. And number 1 is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super. I love all three for different reasons. Dragon Ball because it shows you Goku as a little kid learning the ropes of martial arts. Then Dragon Ball Z because he learns that he is what's called a Super Saiyan, and he learns that he and Vegeta are the only ones left of their race. And then a bunch of stuff happens in both of them. It's pretty insane. Take me too long to explain. And then Dragon Ball Super, the newest one that has just come out, there is telltale of not just aliens, but gods and deities and angels and universes. And they actually get into this huge tournament where all the universes, but I think 4, get into a fight to see what universes are actually like worthwhile keeping alive. So it's pretty intense, and you find out that there's so many different levels to Super Saiyan that they just keep getting stronger and stronger. So it's so cool to see how strong they can actually get, how many people are going to come that are stronger than them. It's really neat because you never know what to expect in the show, because there's so many different people that pop up. Like, who would expect a god or a deity or a Trunks from the past coming into the future, or an angel, or a destroyer of planets or universes? So that's one reason, most of the reasons why I love Dragon Ball Z, Super, and yeah.